Most people wrestle with self-doubt their entire lives and think it's something you just have to live with. But what if I told you it's not a character flaw, but a mental habit? And if you watch until the end of this video, I will show you how to break free from it forever. If we haven't met, I'm Simon Alexander Ong, a coach, speaker, and the best-selling author of Energize, a book that's helped thousands of people get unstuck and live with more energy, clarity, and confidence. And in the last decade, I've had the privilege of working with everyone, from burned out executives to high performers struggling silently with imposter syndrome. What I'm about to share isn't theory, it's the mindset shift that's helped people go from paralysis to power. One powerful shift, simple yet effective, that rewires how you see yourself and silences the inner critic who's been running your inner world so that you may listen to the guide within. And we will get there through story, science, and a powerful visual metaphor. Let's first rewind to 1954, where Roger Bannister does something the world believed was physically impossible. He runs a mile in under 4 minutes. For years, experts had said the human body simply couldn't handle it. Too much strain. The lungs would collapse. The heart would fail. But here's what's truly mind-blowing. Just 46 days later, another runner broke the same record, and then dozens more followed. What changed? Not their bodies, but their beliefs. This is the invisible prison of self-doubt. It doesn't live in your abilities. It lives in your assumptions about your abilities. You see, self-doubt isn't a sign that you're not ready. It's a sign that you haven't updated your inner operating system. You're drawing conclusions from old data. What didn't work when you were tired, stressed, underprepared, or just younger? But now you're stronger, smarter, more resilient. And if you keep running today's race with yesterday's mindset, you'll always feel stuck. Let's pause for a second and zoom out. The odds of you being born are 1 in over 400 trillion. You are not here by accident. And self-doubt dishonors the miracle that you are. You've already won the greatest lottery that there is going. The lottery of life. The question for you is this: what are you going to do with that winning ticket of yours? Some people win, not because they're better than you, but because they dare to believe harder in the future version of themselves and their ability to overcome the inevitable challenges and setbacks we all face when journeying into the unknown. That's not arrogance. That's self-leadership, courage, and trust. A bird sitting on a tree is never afraid of the branch breaking because its trust is not on the branch, but on its own wings. This is why it's so important to believe in yourself. And in case no one has told you this recently, you are far stronger and more capable than you think you are. Psychologists call this self-efficacy, the belief in your ability to succeed. And one of the fastest ways to develop this is through evidence stacking. Here's how it works. Every time you follow through on a promise to yourself, no matter how small, you tell your brain, I'm the kind of person who follows through. I'm someone who gets things done. That voice that told me I couldn't, it lied. And this is how you build your new identity. One decision and one moment of courage at a time. A coaching client of mine used to second guess everything. New ideas, she'll overthink them. New opportunities, she'll say, who am I to do that? So we created a courage journal. 1 moment of brave action per day. That's it. 30 days in, she looked back and told me something I'll never forget. I kept waiting for confidence to show up before I acted. But now I know confidence isn't the starting line, it's the finish line. Science tells us that by age 7, most of us have already formed core beliefs about whether we're lovable, capable, or enough. We carry those beliefs with us as we grow into adults, beliefs that were written by moments we barely remember. One sentence from someone you looked up to, you're not good enough, or you'll never be successful. And suddenly, you spend decades unconsciously proving them right. It's not your fault, it's your wiring. And the good news is that wiring can be rewritten. Self-doubt doesn't speak just one language though. It shows up in 4 ways. The first is overthinking instead of acting. The second is hiding from visibility, vulnerability, or opportunity. The third is arguing against yourself using old data. The fourth is feeling helpless, like change isn't possible. Recognizing the form it takes in your life is the first step to dissolving its power. And even if you want to believe differently now, it's important to understand how your beliefs can be influenced by the environment you spend time in and around, because environment beats willpower every time. Ask yourself, am I trying to stay warm in a freezer? Your surroundings program you, whether you like it or not. You can have all the affirmations and positive goals you like, but if you're surrounded by negative voices, online and offline, that constantly make you feel behind, not enough, or unworthy, it will shape your identity and behavior, and you'll slowly slide back into the old version of yourself. Your mind is always being programmed. The only question is, by what? So start curating your inputs, what you watch, what you read, and who you follow on social media. Cut ties with what drains you so that you may surround yourself with people and messages that reflect who you're becoming. So here's the truth. Self-doubt doesn't vanish when you feel ready. It fades when you act anyway. You don't need to eliminate every fear. You just need to stop feeding it. Give yourself permission to outgrow the old version of you, because who you were is not who you are, and who you are is not who you're becoming. And above all, master yourself before you try to master anything else. Confidence isn't about everything going right. It's about trusting your ability to bounce back stronger. You've made it through every hard thing so far, so don't doubt your ability now. Confidence is a skill that you build one decision at a time. And it starts with trying. You try, you learn, you get better. You become more competent. And over time, confidence shows up easier because you earned it through action. The biggest breakthroughs happen when you're done. Done with shrinking. Done with waiting. Done with the version of you that plays small. If this resonated, I'd love for you to hit subscribe, because in each new video, I share simple but powerful shifts to help you lead, grow, and live with more energy and intention. You will also enjoy this video where I share hard truths about life. Remember, the most powerful voice in your life is the one you believe. Make sure it's yours.